what happens is when I take my photo, the thumbnail, I think YouTube sends out the message automatically, which is strange. So, hello. So the thing I want to know is, did something, when I say something, I mean not a too nice of a something, happen to you today, let's say around maybe noontime or a little after? Did something happen that was not nice to you? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Um, yeah, you can be a little late, and that's all right, you are. Yes, it's all right. Okay, I see the mail carrier up there at the road. Oh, they got to be careful when they back out because it's a busy road. Good morning. Good morning. Ah, yeah. So that's what I'm wondering. Were you all motivated and you had your mind set on the things that you were going to do, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, boom, the enemy from the spiritual realm literally manifests itself in a form in the physical realm, and something happens to you. It's like you get attacked because your vibration was lifted and you felt better, but the enemy in the spiritual realm, the negative entities, don't like that. Um, that's what I'm wondering. And let's say around the noontime time frame, you've had the opposite. It's beautiful. I think that is beautiful. I've had a beautiful day too, even though something like that happened to me. I thought, oh no, no, I'm still going to do that which I set out to do. Okay, that's what I said. No, that's not going to deter me. That's what I'm talking about, like something like that. Something like throws a monkey wrench or puts a stumbling block in front of you or tries to put a barrier in front of you to discourage you, to make you think, no, you ain't going to do nothing. Did that happen to you today? Around the noontime is what I'm saying. I'm just putting those feelers out there you ought to see, because I know that that enemy roams around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. And where there's positive energy, there's a negative energy that is going to try and show up, because it doesn't want the positive energy to outdo the negative. It doesn't. Um, Increase in mode of passion, uncontrollable desires. You can see what all are fighting for. Um, yeah. Um, you saged and you saved this morning. I think that's wonderful. That is. That is, you all. If you're doing something that you know works for you, I would continue doing it. I would. I really would. Hello there, little birdie. You singing your little heart out. That's right. Um, Hello. I'm just trying to see where it's at. So, if you're just tuning in, did something happen to you today that was unexpected, that tried to throw you off your mindset? If you were in a good mood, did it try to deter you, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Um, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. If a lot of you did not get something like that happening, I think that's really wonderful. If the enemy did not come at you today to try to deter you and stop you, that's absolutely wonderful. Because any day that the enemy does not come against you, that's a really good day. Even though it comes against you on those days, it's a good day that you can bounce back from, even though it tries to bring you down. Yeah. Um, no, 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 no. No, we're not going to have none of that. So you're not going to throw that into here, you all. I'm sorry. I can't play that game. No, you're not going to throw in sexual desires and stuff like that, even though you may be struggling with it. No, I'm not going to go to sexual desires and like throw that out there. Sorry. Yeah. Um, bouncy, strange, vibrational energy. That's right. You code red of your Bible, Ephesians. It is a biblical. Mm-hmm. Oh, perhaps the individual that said that maybe didn't want to say that and what it said before. But I'm sorry, you all. I know I don't got the energy for that. I don't. I don't. Not at all. Yeah. And I know, like, when we do live streams, a lot of people try to comment, but they can't get no comments in. And even after the live stream is done, some of them, people are saying, where are all the comments? There's no comments. And I don't know where they go. It takes a long time for the comments um, to get on here. You think your family members are... Now, I don't know what you're talking about, Lisa Valentine. I definitely think my family members are licking my bib. What's that mean? I don't know what that means. I have no idea what that means. Can somebody clue me in on what that might mean? Because I don't know. I've never heard that terminology before. Yeah. There's a lot of strange energy in the air. There is a lot of, yeah. I've never heard of that in my life. I haven't. Hello. Hello, everyone. Yeah. Hello. So, this world has a lot of, takes a lot of different people to make the world go round. It really does, with a lot of different mindsets. Um, you woke up in pain. Cat Kelly, yeah. Well, I don't even like that terminology. I don't. Bib licking. I don't like that terminology whatsoever, because to me, perhaps I'm perceiving it in a different way, the energy from it. Yeah. Oh, you got earbuds. That's wonderful. That is. No, we're not going to have a conversation about bib licking on here. No, we're not. Because to me, no, no. Let's drop that phrase right now, okay? Because I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. Just tell you right now. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, even this right here, this energy. It does sound nasty, and I don't like it. I don't. I don't want to hear it again. I don't. No, 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 no. If I see it come up on here again, I will block you. I want you to know that. I'm not playing. I'm not playing. I'm not at all. That's okay. That's okay, Roberta. We're not even going to go there. The moment I saw it, no, I don't like the energy from it. I don't at all. At all. Let me see something, you all. One moment. There. That's right. We're going to move on to a civil topic. That's exactly what we're going to do, you all. I'll tell you what. Where there is peace and love and kindness and compassion, you're going to have the opposite trying to come through and disrupt it. You are. You're going to have the opposite trying to come and disrupt your peace that you worked so hard to keep. And it's not easy at times to keep the peace. It is not. And to keep the balance within, it's not easy, you all. It's not. Because the enemy, the darkness, it's going to look for the slightest crack. And it's going to force its way in there. It's going to force its way into that crack to try to disrupt your light, to put out your light is what it's going to do. No, that's right. No, And I'm just going to reiterate, when it comes to the spiritual realm, I don't play with that. I do not. I will not play with it. You don't dab in spiritual debates like that. No, 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 no. No. I'm not going to get caught up in stuff like that. I will not engage it. Because the more you engage it, the greater it grows. That type of energy, the greater it will grow, the more you engage it. Shabbat Shalom. Yes. And I'm not doing that. I'm not a player. I have never in my life liked argumentative people. Debating. No, that's not me. I am a peacemaker. A peacemaker at heart. But I will stand my ground. I will stand up and I will speak up. Even though I'm a peacemaker, I'm going to look for that path of peace, like a lot of you, and you're going to take that path. But if there's somebody blocking that pathway to peace, I'm going to move them out of the way. I'm going to move the obstacles out of the way. I'm not going to know. I ain't got time. I'm too far down on this journey called life. Way too far to put up with any of that, you all. And I'm sure you're realizing that too. You've come too far to put up with stuff like that. Things that come on your path that literally want to disrupt your peace within and steal your joy within and dim your light within. Yeah, no, no. It's okay to stand in your truth. It's okay to be strong. It's okay to speak up. It's okay to use your intuition, your third eye. It's okay to look with spiritual eyes. And don't be dismissing. You are when you think something within your mind, how many times have you had a certain mindset within your mind? You think, well, no, this does not seem right. I shouldn't do this, or that's not right. And then you second guess yourself, and then it turns out you should have listened to yourself to begin with. But because you second guessed yourself, boom, that's what happened to you. No, trust your inner spirit right here, you all. That's what I say. Trust your inner spirit. It was given to you for a reason. That intuition, that third eye, that sixth sense, you got it for a reason. And if you're an empath, if you're intuitive or something like that, use your gift. It is a gift. It's a gift that should not be dismissed within you, you all. Don't dismiss that gift at all. Please don't do that. That gift that you're given, it saves people. It has saved a lot of people from some really terrible situations. Okay, it has, because they listened. And when you ignore it, you find yourself in a not too good situation. It's best to listen to that still small voice within. Okay, it is. It is. To that still small voice inside of you, because if you are listening intently and with your heart, you're going to be able to hear it. Okay, you are. And it's going to be able to take root within you. It's going to resonate with your spirit. If it does not resonate with your spirit when you're hearing something, when it rubs your spirit, so to speak, the wrong way, get rid of it. Don't let it take root within you. Don't let it continue you off. If it rubs your spirit the wrong way, have nothing to do with you, because it's not the same spirit, you all. Just like people, there's people that we encounter in our life. They do not have the same spirit that we have within us. And it doesn't take long for you to realize that. You may not realize it upon the first meeting or second meeting, or maybe a week or a month, and then boom, the true colors come out, because they can't contain that spirit within them any longer, and you see the real spirit within that individual. If you look long enough and you wait long enough, you're going to see it's what's on the inside is going to literally come out of their mouth. It is. It's not the things, it's what it says. It says it's the things that are inside the heart that defile the man. Okay, that's what it is. It's those things right here. And then they come out of your mouth. Okay, they do. It really is spiritual. Everything is spiritual if you like to look at things from a spiritual point of view. I love looking at things from a spiritual point of view. To me, that's how I am. And that's how a lot of people are, with spiritual eyes. You're new, you got what you're saying, you feel everything. Your gut said, I'd feel something. And a week later, it came out. Don't be afraid. That's right. Don't be afraid to stand your ground, you all. Don't do it. You have to. There's not enough of us to not stand our ground, okay? We have to, you all. We've got to stand strong in spirit. And if you're strong in spirit, if you're of the same spirit, you're standing in unity with each other, even though you may not be near them. You was in an accident today and you're okay. Your car, not so much. Mary Lou, honey, I'm glad that you are okay. I am. That's right. The wind chimes, I like them too. They're very pretty. And they do have a healing frequency. You see those people who like do the bowls? They have They make the sound with the bowls, I guess crystal bowls or something like that. And then certain frequency of music, it heals your cells or something like that. Yeah, singing bowls, that's right. Calming frequencies, that's great. I like these calming frequencies. Yeah. Okay, occupy till I come. Why are you talking about crystal meth on here? We don't want to talk about crystal meth, even though some may have, you know, struggles with it. This ain't about the crystal meth. There's other channels that focus on that. That's not me. I'm not a drug counselor. I'm not. Um, ah, water. Water is nice. Waterfalls, sound of waterfalls, even the outside, the greenery and stuff like that. Yeah, that's right. So, did something happen to you today around the noon time today, that was not too good? It just hit you out of the blue. That's the topic. Hit you out of the blue. Something that came out of the blue. It was unexpected, and bam, there you were with it, is what I'm saying. Like that. Yeah. Well, true, Yum Cat. I can relate to that. I'm poor, broke, but happy. I can relate to that. Yeah. Um, you're wiped out today. So if you're all just tuning in, there's lots of comments coming on here. There is, and you may be reading some comments, and you may not know where this, what was the topic. When words fail, music speaks. Yes, it does speak. It really does speak. One thing that I've noticed did not happen today, which it was drummed up and put out there, that the transportation was going to come to a screeching halt with the supply chain. And of course, they came up with a transitional deal, but they have to wait 2 weeks for the votes to come in. There's a lot of stuff like that going around, you all. There is, to keep people on edge. A ton of stuff. Anyone feel like they have eyes on them? What happened to Larissa? You had a small accident on Wednesday. You stumbled over a morning grill at the exit of the underground station, and thank God I turned while falling down without hitting the knee. Oh my gosh, Larissa, honey. That's kind of similar what happened to me today. I was upstairs in the loft area, and I had all these things. I thought, I'm going to do this. And as soon as I take my step like I normally do, it's like my foot got pushed off the stairs, even though they're carpeted, and they're very steep. They literally go like that. And I went tumbling down. I thought, oh my gosh, I better not fall on my knees. That's all I thought about, falling on my knees and literally busting my knees up big time, because my knees are starting to heal. They're like 95% healed. And I'm sitting there trying to brace myself, and I felt myself falling forward. And then somehow my feet hit the bottom of the landing, but my tail is all bruised. I thought, you enemy. That's what I know, that was an attack of the enemy to try to get to me again. Well, it hurt, and it still hurts. I'm sore, and I know it's bruised, but I still continue to do everything that I wanted to get done today. I did. I thought, no, that's not going to stop me. But I thought, they want to bust my knees up even more, even though they're healing. Had I leaned forward a little bit more, and I thought I was, I held my hands out, thought I'm going to hit that wall, I'm going to fall right on my knees, and I'm really going to be in big, big trouble. And it was like my body was like pushed back so I would not fall forward. That's what happened, because I felt myself trying to. It's like my body was pushed all the way back. And I felt like I was going to pass out, is what I felt like. My heart was like, you know that feeling when you feel like you're literally going to be hurt really bad, and you have this overwhelmingness within you. I've never had that before, but I felt that on those steps. Something pushed my heel away from that step, and down I went. And that was around noontime, and that's why I'm asking. Yeah. Oh, I'm good. I'm a survivor, just like a lot of other people. Yeah. Blurred vision, and you can't see normal since a month ago, Larissa. You know, that's something, I wonder if more people may be experiencing something like that with their eyesight. Could you hold on 1 second? I need to get me a drink of tea. Who's being watched? Oh, who's being watched? You always had, yes, now blurry. Weird faces when you close your eyes. Oh, I had a drink of tea. I did. And it was nice. It was. And is that an ice cream cone, Kelly? That's a soft serve cone of ice cream. Yeah. You've been eating lighter than ever. Elevate your legs and please put ice on your knees. Well, my knees, I didn't hit my knees. My body was forced backwards down the stairs because I was going forward and it was forced backwards. But my tailbone got it. That's what got it. Right on the back. But that's okay. Yeah. Waiting for my next dance. I don't know what that would be, since and I always I lose subscribers is what happens. I lose subscribers when I dance. Now, I'm going to say this again. I'm going to ask again. You know how they say, we talk about the extraterrestrials. You know how we have the spinal column. Okay, if you were to envision, you know, the brain stem, how it goes down. You know what I'm talking about? The brain stem goes down to your back. And then right in the middle of your back, right above the middle of your shoulder blades, right there, that area right there. Not too far, not in the middle of your back, but right above that area. I feel like there is something there underneath my skin. Today, I started feeling it like it was around a week ago, and I was asking people about that. I do. I feel like there's something there. I can't feel it with my hand. It's not sore, but here's what I liken it to. This is what I liken it to. When I had breast cancer, or say when you've had surgery on your body and you had drainage tubes stuck in your body. If anybody's had drainage tubes, It drains the excess blood like mixture out into these things. And when it comes time to remove those tubes from your body, the sensation that you feel when they rip those tubes out, the ripping of tissue, they got to pull it fast. You know that sensation, the ripping of the tissue as you're pulling out something that your tissue on the inside of you has already, you know, started to cling to? Well, it was like before I came on here, I moved my shoulder blades, I moved my back, I don't know what I did, and I felt that sensation back there. Like something is attached on the inside because it had that sensation. I've felt that sensation when they pulled the tubes out of me 3 times, you all. I've had tubes in my body 3 separate times, and it wasn't pleasant. But I'll never forget that sensation. You felt something like that pressing lightly on the middle of your back yesterday, Rosie Pie. Demon time? No, I don't got no demon in me. I don't. I don't belong to the demons. I belong to someone else, and they can't have my soul. They cannot have my soul. That's right. A burning like feeling or something. Yeah. Oh, no, I don't have no pain in my body. I don't. I'm not saying I got pain. I'm talking about the sensation of when I moved a certain way back there. That's what it felt like. Like something is implant. Okay, you know the aliens can implant things in people. And there's been people who have had things removed from their body from the aliens. Okay, I'm just saying, you all. They have. They've had things removed from their bodies. Yeah. Your mother had, your late mom had drainage tubes. Yeah. They are control. You know, when you say they are trying to get control of the dream state, I think that you are right. I really do think that you are right. Because that is another realm. You didn't sleep in your vision. Goals like, Gina, you used to rest. Yeah. Your abdomen feels like something constantly going bong, bump, bump. This could be something in your abdomen. You have something in your eyelids. You have an older type of implants in the left elbow, right on the bone, and it tries to run away if you touch it. It's very slippery under the skin, and it was a Dr. Roger Lear who used to remove them. Yeah, how many of you have found like implants on your body and you don't know how they got there? Because I know there's people on here, and I know I've read about people who have had those type of implants, and when they remove them, they don't know what they're made of. They don't. That's right. "3 a.m. all of a sudden your right side and your rib area felt like I was kicked in." Oh my gosh, Wimpy Turtle. I believe you. I really do believe you. People do get attacked in their dream state. You had an implant that lasted 20 years. Now, I do have on the side of me right here, under my skin, a surgical clamp. You know what I'm talking about? If you like a nurse or something, the surgical clamps. When I had breast cancer, they put that there because it was on the left side, and they left it in me. I have that, so I know that's there. But the other thing back here, yeah. You bought Epsom salt. You obtained the triangle. Yeah, it's a surgical clip. And you know, I found out that it was very common for them to leave it in women who've had breast cancer. This is strange too, because there's a lot of women. Look, get this, get this. They actually, when I developed it back in 2005, when I had it, I first noticed it in 2003 when we lived in Hawaii on Hickam Air Force Base. I had a lump. And it literally, see my finger? That's what it felt like on my, excuse me for touching my chest, you all. Don't get excited, okay? Don't. But it really was like right here on the side. And it wouldn't move. And I remember going to the doctor on the Air Force Base. She said, oh, there's nothing there. So when my husband got out of the military, it was in 2005, I went, and then they did their little thing. They said, oh, you got fluid-filled cysts and stuff. And then that was a doctor who had just started her practice. And they even sent me the thing, no breast cancer, no nothing. And the woman who did the x-ray technician, I've been doing this for 15 years. I can guarantee you that these are nothing but fluid-filled cysts. And then, you know, I thought, this is not going away. So I went back to the doctor. This time the doctor wasn't in. It was a midwife, a nurse practitioner. And she looked at me. She said, honey, she said, you got to get that biopsied. I said, but they told me it was nothing. She said, honey, I'll get you an appointment today. And that surgeon will do that. And she did. And the surgeon, he got the fluid out of one of them. It was brown. You all, this may be too much for you all. Too much information. TMI. It was brown and watery like from one of the cysts in me. But the other one, the one that would not move, that literally, it felt like it was hard. He tried 3 different needles. He couldn't get nothing. He walked out of the little office area where I was at in that room, left me with the nurse, and then he said, me and you going to have a little talk. We're going to see you again. So I got dressed, and he said, how old are you? And I said, I'm 39. He said, you're too young for this. He said, you got children? I said, yes, I got 2 children. So anyhow, long story short, I didn't have nothing in my lymph nodes, nothing. They biopsied, they removed the thing from me. First they said it was stage 2, but then they said it was stage 1. And then, of course, I had the surgeries and stuff. And then this is what gets me, you. I'm going somewhere with this about the women with the breast cancer. I go to the cancer doctor. He said, well, we're going to give you chemo. It's going to be the European blend. You're only going to have to take it 3 times, but it's just as strong. And do you want to do radiation? I said, why do I need radiation if you got it all out of me? The study they did is called the B39 study. Why were they having a study on women who developed breast cancer at 39 years of age? Why would they? How on earth can that happen? How can a certain set, a 39-year-old woman, lots of them, how can there be so many that you just so happen to have a study? And they still have this study that they do on women who developed it. It's called the B39 study, you all. That's what it is, the B39 study. I think there's more to it than meets the eye, you all. But I'm good, you all. I lost all my hair and stuff, and I took that tamoxifen for 1.5 years. During that time I took that tamoxifen, I gained weight, my hair thinned out. I literally felt as if my essence, who I was on the inside, was replaced with nothingness. I had no emotions, I had no feelings. And I thought, what on earth have they done to me? It's this medicine. I quit taking it. I said, I'm not going to live my life like this. And I told the doctor, I said, I'm not taking it. I'm not taking it. I quit taking it. And it took around 2 months for me to come back into my human feeling and all of that kind of stuff, you all. No, I don't like that stuff. And the side effects is it would cause the cancer to reoccur in different parts of your body, and it had all these other side effects. Okay, I'm about done with that. How did we get on that? Oh, we talking about implants. That's what we're talking about. That's right. They operated on you, ooh, with lasers, secret with lasers. Oh, wow, Roberta. That's interesting. Yeah, don't take it, you all. Well, I'm not a doctor. I am a person who has taken it, and I didn't like what it did to me. It numbed me. It suppressed me on the inside. It literally did, and I couldn't live like that. I couldn't. And the chemo damaged my eyesight too. It did. Damaged my eyesight, and I won't do it again. No. Yeah. That's all right, you all. So let me have another drink of tea. Let's put you right there, you all. So there's the aliens who put implants in people's bodies because they were given permission by the president back in, was it Eisenhower? In exchange for technology, they would let them do experiments on human beings, and they had to give them the names of the human beings. And in turn, I think I heard the other part of it, they wanted to do experiments on those kind of people too, those aliens. Okay. Your implant in your elbow appeared one day to the next when you was 8 years old, and your mother said she took you to the doctor, and the doctor didn't know what to do, what it was, and it didn't even show up on her x-ray. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Diane K, I've heard that. I have. That's a better alternative like that. Yep. You're being priced out of your home. I listened to someone, and they said that that's the number one thing. It's the home prices and stuff like that. The cost of owning a home is literally doing it, or even renting. You had a BB in your cheek that your mom had no clue. Oh, wow. You just sat down since this morning. That's wonderful, Tammy. I don't like to sit down because once I sit down, that's the end of me. That's the end of me, you all. That's right. You got a pitch. Is there a high pitch sound coming through here, you all? Is there a high pitch sound? I know we got gunshots going off. They're practicing for the hunting season. Oh, okay, that's great. All right, you all, that's wonderful. So, did something happen to you unexpectedly that wasn't too good? That was the topic of this video today. And to try to deter you or try to like pop your bubble, more or less. Oh, you might hear some crickets in the background. The crickets are out. Oh, yeah, that sounded like that bird was saying that, Cindy. They cloned your phone and they gave someone else system administration rights over your phone with the same number and access to your messages. That can happen. It really can happen, Christina. The only ringing is in your ears. You had cysts, but the markers implanted and mammos every 6 months. Have you known of people who have gotten the big long needles in the back of their necks. You know, like you see in the movies? That right there. How the doctors or aliens or something will stick a great big gigantic needle toward the back of your neck. You got an epidural 3 times when you was pregnant in the neck. You've seen that horrible, you've seen it. Only in the labor. Now, I do have a memory of that, you all. I don't know if it happened in my dream state or what, but I remember going into this room. There was a man in a lab coat, and I was sitting in the chair, and then he was doing something, and he walked away, and this woman appeared in her lab coat, and she took a needle, and she put it in the back of my neck, like right around that area where that thing is at. It was a great big needle. That's the memory that I have, and I don't know if it was like in my dream state or what, but I walked up to a chair. It was a room with a man, and then the woman showed up. You was studied by the doctors in Syracuse. You had a lumbar puncture in the bottom of your spine. Oh my gosh. Yeah. When you had your son, well, undergoing chemo is like spraying weed killer, yes. Even though I only got 3 rounds of it, and I had to sit in that chair for an hour and a half, my mother would sit in there with me. It's a very strange, cold sensation going through your veins is what it's like. And I remember the times that I would go in there, I could hear the nurses on the phone, and they're talking about a certain woman who had to come there every day, and she was crying and throwing up at the thought of having to come in and do it. She said she just couldn't do it. And I thought, oh, wow, because she had it really bad. I remember by the time I got through with just my 3 rounds, when I would walk up to that building, I would get so nauseous at just the thought of it, you all, just the thought of it. It's gross. It really is gross. Your husband died of brain cancer and random radiation. Aw, yeah. You've had cortisones in your neck, whiplash, bulging disc. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah. Love is you feeling now. You think about, yes, has your all's animals been acting strange lately, your animals? Because the animals, they're also affected. They're living beings too. Your animals have. That's awful, Mon Cherry. A cat bite. You don't like that you can't go to people's channels from a mobile phone anymore? Occupy to Arkham. I haven't tried to. The Awakening. Nobody's talking about getting drunk. I haven't been seeing no comments about getting drunk unless they've slipped past. Hello there, a guten Tag. Animals are being attacked. Oh, you hear something in the background? I live in the country and we have a lot of people who hunt. And hunting season is coming. They got turkey, they got deer. Yeah. So they practice and everything echoes through the woods. Hello. If you're just tuning in, did you have something happen to you today that was not too good? Just all of a sudden. And there's been some comments about, some things happening. Like, yeah. And some people say, well, it's happening every day regardless. And it is, a lot of things are happening that shouldn't be happening, but are happening. Right now, I don't feel no heavy energy. And you may feel the heavy energy, but you may not. It seems like the heavy energy that has been around has subsided for a while in the air, in the atmosphere. Been a good day here in Indiana. The sun, it is rumored that this Belgium or German parliament member or something said you will not forget where you were. Everyone will remember where they were on the 24th of September. And then there's something going around saying that that guy was misquoted. They showed him in a speech saying, everyone will remember where they were on February something when Ukraine got whatever. I don't remember where I was. So to me, I couldn't even tell you when that happened. I couldn't. So I don't know about it. I don't know about it. It's something that's been circulating around. That's all I know. And I think King Charles is supposed to take the throne on the 24th, and the 24th is United Nations Peace Day, I think. And I'm sure there's a lot of other, commemorative days. That's all I know about it. So that, no, I'm still here. I'm still here. Constitution Day. Yeah, for finance. I don't remember where I was because I don't watch the news. So now I could tell you if there was aliens, if there were ships that showed up all over the sky, all over the world, all of a sudden I could tell you where I was that moment in time if they did. Because I would be out here with my cell phone doing a live video. I would never forget it, you all. To me, that would be something that I would never forget. Something like that. Because it would affect every single person on the face of the earth. Yeah, they are trying to take knowledge and hide it. Hunt UFOs. Well, you don't really have to hunt them. You know, but the one thing that gets me is that star that shows up in the sky right there in the the east, very east corner of the sky every night. It's the bright star. I'm sure they're saying it's a planet. I don't know about that. I really don't. I don't know about it. Yeah. Oh, oh my goodness gracious. You was offered your manager's position and you have another job with animal rescue. Wow. Um, I am going to be going, you all. I am. Oh, I've been on here for around an hour. I'm going to be hopping off of here, you all. I am. You all, if you could give this video a thumbs up, that's great. If you don't want to, don't do it. Okay, I'm not going to make you do it. I don't like people telling me to do something that I don't want to do. I don't. Because then I will not do it. I won't do it. Or I'll do it begrudgingly, and then it's all in vain. It's all in vain, you all. I'm going to go. And I hope to see you all later this evening. I don't know what we're going to talk about, but I hope to. So with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your afternoon. And thank you for taking the time to, Gina, can you do a live on the plasma in Japan? Max, honey, if I'm led to do it, I can. But if I'm not led, and if I don't see it, I can't. Yeah. Have a wonderful afternoon or evening. You all, love you.